All right, let's talk about something we've all felt, but maybe couldn't quite put our finger on. It's this subtle, kind of everyday discontent that just hums in the background of life. Well, today we're going to dive into a really practical way to find a bit more ease right here, right now. Sound familiar? That background static, the feeling that something is just a little off. It's not some huge crisis, right? It's more of a constant low-level tension. So what we're going to do is give that feeling a name, and even better, figure out how to make it dissolve. Okay, so first things first, let's get a really clear look at what this thing is. And right off the bat, I want to be clear. This feeling, it's not some personal failing on your part. Nope. It's actually a shared human experience. You can really just think of it like that unseen static running in the background of all our lives. So there's actually a name for this state. It's called ordinary unconsciousness. And what that really means is it's the unease we feel when we're constantly judging everything, or when we're resisting what's already happening, or just trying to mentally escape from the present moment. That right there, that's the source of all that background static. But okay, you might be asking, why is this so hard to even spot in myself? Well, it's because for so many of us, it's just become completely normal. We're just so used to this low-grade discontent that we don't even think to question it. It's kind of like the water a fish swims in. It's just there. All right, so if that's the problem, what's the solution, right? Well, it turns out to be something that's surprisingly simple, but also really profound. And it all comes down to where we choose to put our attention. And here it is. This is the core of it all. To get free from this feeling, you don't actually need to fight it or push it away. You just have to make it conscious. That's it. You just become aware of the feeling while it's happening. I love this because it puts the whole idea so beautifully. I want you to think of your awareness, your consciousness, as a bright light. Now, when you shine that light on these unconscious patterns of unease, well, they just can't survive in that glare. They literally start to dissolve. Okay, so what are we actually looking for? What do we shine that light on? Well, it really boils down to observing three main patterns. First, there's the unnecessary judgments. That constant inner voice labeling everything as good or bad. Then you've got resistance to what is. That's that internal, no, you feel when you're stuck in traffic. And finally, there's denial of the now. Think about scrolling on your phone during dinner. You're mentally anywhere but right here, right now. So knowing what to look for, that's the first huge step. Now, let's turn this whole idea into a practical, everyday habit. We're going to move from the theory to a concrete practice you can start using like today. And this is really important. This isn't a one-and-done kind of fix. The real key here is to build a regular habit of just monitoring your own mental and emotional state. You're basically developing a new skill, the skill of self-observation. And a super effective way to build this habit is with one simple question. Just try to pause a few times during your day and ask yourself this: am I at ease at this moment? That's it. It's a simple check-in that pulls your awareness right back inside. Or if you want to go a little deeper, you can ask, what's going on inside me at this moment? This question isn't looking for a complicated answer. It just invites this kind of curious investigation of your inner world with zero judgment. Just what thoughts are floating around? What feelings are present? So how do you actually do this? Okay, when you ask yourself that question, the first thing is, don't answer right away. Resist that urge. Just pause. Then direct your attention inward. See what thoughts are passing through your mind. Check in with your emotions. Do a quick scan of your body, from your head to your toes, and just feel for any tension. The whole goal is to just be a neutral witness to your own inner world. Okay, so what's the big payoff here? Why does all this inner work, this monitoring of your internal state, matter so much? Well, the answer is pretty simple, actually. It can change absolutely everything about how you experience your life. This quote really nails it. The big idea is that our main focus should be on our inner world, not so much the outer one. See, when we can cultivate a sense of ease and presence inside ourselves, our experience of the outer world, our relationships, our work, all of it, it just naturally starts to fall into place. Most of the time, we act as if the outside world is the primary reality that we just have to react to all day long. But this practice, it completely flips that script. It suggests that your primary reality is actually what's happening inside you. The world outside, that's secondary. And if you think about it that way, tending to your inner state becomes the most powerful thing you can possibly do. And just remember, this is a skill. It's like going to the gym for your mind. The more you practice just monitoring your inner state, the better you're going to get at it. Your power of self-observation will get sharper and way more effective over time, for sure. So let's end with that. I want to invite you to turn all this from just information into an immediate experience. So take a moment right now. Don't answer with words. Just look inside. What's going on inside you at this very moment?